Hi, everyone. So once upon a time, like a years ago time, the student asked who I think the worst person ever is, and it's some sort of assignment. It was like a survey for a class. Go solicit faculty members, write down what they say, submit their responses. I have no idea how they're analyzing the answers, but the question itself, I was caught off guard by it. So I just said the first thing that came to mind, which is the inventor of the red Solo cup. The way I said it, there was this implied, obviously, like who else would it be? And then the student asking, like her reaction, like her face implied, you care that much about litter? No, it's not about litter. It's about behavior. I defended myself both then and now. Like if I see someone holding a red Solo cup, as opposed to like a tea mug, or even like a wine glass, I know that person's behavior is going to be different. Seldom will it be better. And I just think so much human suffering has resulted from like red Solo cup verbs, I'll call it. I defended myself kind of like that then, and it didn't work. She wasn't buying it. This is going to ruin my survey. It's too much of an outlier. She wasn't going to include it. She did have a justification, which went something like, how much direct harm has the inventor of the red Solo cup ever caused to anybody? I don't know, I don't know who it is. So of course I don't know. She doesn't know who it is either though, so she didn't know. But assuming it's very little, her justification went on. The least successful serial killer in history has so much more criminality assigned to his name. Okay, I'm, continue to defend myself again, both then and now. If we're going to talk about gross summation of criminality, really what we're discussing is culpability. That's the argument here. Are we only responsible for direct actions, or do the actions of our actions, or do we have some accountability for those two? If not the latter, then Abraham Lincoln becomes a much less impressive historical figure, because how many slaves did he free with his bare hands? Or even like Alexander Fleming, how many patients did he himself treat with penicillin? If we can only take credit for our own direct actions, then every history book needs to replace every hero and villain. And so that was my final justification. I have no idea if she bought it. I don't know if my answer wound up in her survey. I don't really care because I didn't follow up. But today, if I were to rank what I think are the worst inventions of all time, maybe the red Solo cup, that's number 3, right ahead of it. Number 2, that's the gasoline-powered leaf blower. And again, my answer is about society, because society is just collections of communities. And the basis of community is our relationships with our neighbors, and the health of neighborly relations it turns like septic when the leaf blowers come out. If I look out my window and what I see is somebody raking leaves with a rake, manually raking leaves, my fondness for that stranger increases, and necessarily my community is strengthened. But if that same stranger puts down the rake and starts blowing around mold with a gasoline-powered loud thing, I start considering the merits of the death penalty. There's very few inventions worse than that. It poisons, literally and figuratively. A leaf blower poisons our community. And again, society, the foundation of it, the basis of society is community. So it's no wonder our societies are just crumbling everywhere we look. So number 2, that's the gasoline-powered leaf blower. My number 1 most loathed invention of all time. If you've been watching these for a while, you already know I've been talking about this for years. It's AI. And again, my answer is about community. It's about society. And part of society is culture. And I think the basis of art, paintings and music and literature, the basis of the humane arts is culture. And I think AI is just exterminating culture as fast as it can, everywhere it can, and maybe that's the worst thing in the world. But I'll talk all about that. I'll explain it in detail next time we talk. For now, if you want my attempt at a humane art, here's my novel, right? The Crown and the Cage God, book 1, parts 1 and 2. And between now and the next time I see you, where I expand on this, I hope you find yourself in like a leaf-rakingly close community, and you treat each other with like tea mug in hand dignity. That's what I hope.